This question, this rod is a weight of this rod is 100 kilogram, 100 Newton, and suppose the tension in the cable is suppose T, that is a vertical component, and that is suppose the horizontal component of the reaction. So the total force is a vertical in the vertical direction as well as in the horizontal direction. But first of all, we want to find the tension, because the torque due to tension is equal to torque due to weight. Both the torque is equal, then it will be in equilibrium because it is pivoted about this end. So first of all, that 100 into that distance is L by 2. So 100 into L by 2 torque in the clockwise direction is equal to, in the anti-clockwise direction, this component is a T sin 30 and T by 2. But this is a T cos 30, means root 3 T by 2. So it is a T by 2 multiplied by the total perpendicular distance is L. So T by 2 into L is equal to 100. 100 means 10 G. So the tension in the cable is 100 Newton. So tension in the cable is 100 Newton. But पूछा क्या है यहाँ पूछा गया है कि find the reaction force on the pivot. इस pivoted end पर जो total reaction होगा, that will be the sum of the H and V, horizontal component as well as the vertical component. So according this vertical component is the difference between 100 and T by 2. 100 minus T by 2. T by 2 is a 50. 100 minus 50. That will be the 50. So the vertical component is a 50 Newton on the pivot, as well as the horizontal component is equal to root 3 T by 2. Root 3 T by 2 means it is a 50 root 3. So the net force is the vector sum of these two, because the net force on the pivot is a vector sum of the both the total force, total reaction is equal to under root of horizontal plus vertical ka sum, and that will be the 50 in the bracket 1 plus root 3 ka square, that is 3. So 50 into 2, it is 100 Newton. 100 Newton is the reaction force on the pivoted. So 100 Newton means the correct option is the first one. Condition, the mass of the particle is a 5 unit and speed is a 3 root 2. It means the momentum is a 5 multiplied by 3 root 2. 5 multiplied by 3 root 2 means linear momentum is a 5 into 3 root 2. It is a 15 root 2, because momentum is a mass into velocity, and it is given that it is moving, that particle is moving along the y equal to x plus 4, and we know y equal to x plus 4 means it passing through the 0 comma 4 and minus 4 comma 0. So that is a straight line, and we want to find the angular momentum. This is the angular momentum of the particle about the origin. Origin के about निकालना है. So it is origin. If particle is moving in upward or a downward direction, we want to find only magnitude. So it means the linear momentum along this line is a p. P is equal to 15 root 2, and perpendicular distance from the origin is that is a 4 side. This is a 4. So hypotenuse is 4 means this is both the side of the triangle is a 2 root 2. That means the perpendicular distance is a 2 root 2. The perpendicular distance is a 2 root 2 means angular momentum J or L equal to 15 root 2 multiplied by perpendicular distance, that is a 2 root 2. So it is a 15 to 30 into 2, 60. 60 unit. 60 unit is a J. So 60 unit is the what? It is a angular momentum about the origin. So the correct option is the second one. In this condition, the radius of the wheel is a 0.1 and it rolls without slipping on the horizontal surface, and the wheel moves with a constant speed root 3 meter per second. So the speed of the center of mass is a root 3 meter per second. And rolls without slipping means it's a instantaneous axis of rotation. Its instantaneous axis of rotation is the passing through this point. And according this, what is the speed of the center of mass? Speed of the center of mass is a root 3. Therefore omega of this is a root 3 divided by r. And we know the angular speed is a constant, and the instantaneous axis of rotation of this wheel is a passing through this one. This velocity is 0 and omega remains constant. Then the distance of this point P from this point, that is a distance of the point P from the instantaneous axis of rotation. Then we know the velocity is equal to omega into distance, because omega remains constant. Omega is given, omega is a root 3 by r, and distance of this one is, it makes angle 120. That means it is a distance is a root 3 times of r. So it is a root 3 times of the r, means the speed of this point P. Speed of the point P is equal to 3 meter per second. So we can say the correct option is a 3 meter per second. Situation, the following figure is a given and the radius is a 3 meter per second, rolls on the plank. Acceleration of the sphere of the plank are the given. It means at this point there is no slipping. It means the acceleration of this point is the net acceleration of this point is equal to the 3 meter per second square. Then we know alpha of this one. According alpha, the acceleration of this point is a alpha into r in the right hand side, and the linear acceleration in this direction is a 6 meter per second square, which is the linear acceleration of all the particle will be same. Then the net resultant of this one is a alpha r minus a is equal to the acceleration of the Planck, and acceleration of the Planck is a 3, and the alpha r is equal to 3 plus a is a given, a is a 6, a is a 6 means alpha r minus 6 equal to a. Therefore the alpha equal to 9 by r, and r is given, the radius of this is a 3, so alpha equal to 3 radian per second square. So correct option is the first one. Next problem, we know that there is two planks and both are moving in the opposite direction with the speeds 2v and v in the opposite direction. If there is no slipping, it means the point which is just touch on the upper plank is a 2v, and on the lower plank is a v. 2v in the left hand side and v in the right hand side. It means suppose we want to find the omega, we want to find the angular velocity of this one, then omega is equal to omega of any particle with respect to the other particle is a v relative divided by total distance in between the particles. And we are sure that the velocity of this point B is a v and velocity of the A is a 2v. So the relative velocity of this particle is a 3v, and distance between these two particles are 2r, and the direction is in the anti-clockwise direction. This is omega, which is constant for all particles with respect to the other. So it is 3v by 2r in anti-clockwise direction. So the correct option is the first one.